Muzz! E3, homie, what you think? Hello!
Oh, come on. Josh, you cannot be serious.
Like, okay, I don't know if you caught this. Halo? Call of Duty, sir? Are you, maybe you've heard of them? Yeah, that's only on the Xbox. What do you think of that shit? This is the greatest thing that could have happened to gaming ever. Oh no, you go ahead and play your Wii U. You go ahead and play the kids system while I'm out there playing Halo, running a gun and...
Oh, come on. Josh, you cannot be serious.
You are going to regret this so hard. You're going to look back on this as the generation where you just stopped.
Does he really call himself a gamer?
You didn't see what the most amazing system was right in front of you. The Wii U isn't even a next-gen system, so why don't you just tell me that you're going to play your Super Nintendo instead of play the Xbox One? How about that? Or the Commodore, maybe.
Oh, please say it isn't so, Josh. Come on, man.
Who wants to play old school games? Nobody, that's who, or people that are 90. Are you 90? No, you're not. So, you enjoy playing your little Wii U while I'll be over here doing fun things. Peace.
God, what if he's right? No, f that. He can't be right. It'll all be over soon.
Welcome back to another episode of NerdKO. I'm Josh.
And I'm Muzz.
And we got more cool stuff to talk to you about today.
Yeah, the first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about, well, today is the first day of E3, and It's not for you, but it is for us right now as we shoot this. And as we shoot this, the PS4 keynote address is going on, and we're kind of watching it while we shoot. So a lot happening there, and we just want to talk about it. And this is kind of an extra special episode. We're spending a lot more time on that than anything else, so we're going to cut it down to 2 segments. The second segments will be...
We'll be talking about our favorite robots, so whether that's in movies, television, doesn't matter, whatever our favorite androids are, and we hope that you weigh in too. So should we go ahead and get to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right on.
Alright, so here we're going to talk about some of our favorite robots. And I thought this was a great topic. It's kind of nerdy, kind of geek, but everyone has one in their mind that they're thinking of right now. And ever since you heard this title, you've been thinking, ooh, that's a great idea. What is my favorite robot? And I'm going to start off with one that's kind of obscure, one you might not know about, and that's Crichton from Red Dwarf. And Crichton is just the greatest character because he's this service mechanoid and he lives to serve. It's his whole purpose for being. And throughout the series, you see him try to learn to break his programming and become something different than what he was created to be. And I've always loved that about him. And as hard as he may try to break his programming, he's always just like dedicated to a life of servitude. And I always thought that was really funny, and it made for some great comedy. And it's just really an outstanding show, and he's one of the great characters of the show that really bring life to it and make it different and fun to watch. So Crichton is definitely one of my favorite robots of all time. And next I'm going to talk about the Cybermen. Now, the Cybermen are just a great enemy, and you'll hear Josh talk about something similar here in just a few minutes, so I thought it was a really cool parallel, because the Cybermen take humans and they eradicate all their emotion, and they put them in this metal skin, and they turn them basically into soldiers, a collective, and they constantly upgrade themselves. And throughout the whole Doctor Who series, you'll see the Cybermen from these awful aluminum-looking suits to what they've become in the most recent episodes of Doctor Who, and they're downright intimidating, and it's really cool. They're constantly upgrading and becoming more powerful and more formidable as enemies, and they've become something really awesome, and they've evolved unlike any other robot in any other series that I've ever seen, and that's what has really drawn me to them. So definitely the Cybermen are cool. And lastly, I know I'm only supposed to talk about 2, but real quick, I got to talk about Crow-T Robot and Tom Servo, 2 of the greatest robots who have ever graced the silver screen. If you've never watched Mystery Science Theater 3000, you got to check them out because they're funny, they're cool, they've got one-liners that never end, and they're just great to watch. So, Crow-T Robot, Tom Servo, you got to check them out. And
Alright, first up on my list of favorite robots is easily Johnny 5 from Short Circuit. For some reason, I just really, really love this robot. I think it's probably attributable to the fact that that was probably one of the early movies that kind of got me into computers and technology in the first place. Johnny Five's voice was just hilarious, and while the movie was kind of childish, it was still a lot of fun, and Johnny Five became kind of a badass in the second one. I can't remember if it was the end of the first or the second one where he gets awarded, like, the key to the city, and then they redeck him out and rebuild him into, like, a gold-plated version of himself. But Johnny Five was just awesome, and I can't remember if it was one or two when he had, like, the tiny, like, army of little Johnny Fives that were all dancing. I believe it was the California Rays. That was just a really fun scene. I really like that. So that makes him one of my favorite robots easily. Next up on my list of favorite robots is actually not a single robot, more of a collective, if you will, and that would be the Borg from Next Generation. The Borg are... You could make the argument they're not truly robots, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that they are for the purpose of this segment, because it was one of the most horrifying exposures that I ever had to a robot growing up. Because it was the first time I really had a concept of identity, probably when I was, I want to say I was like 6 or 7 years old when I first got exposed to an episode with the Borg. And it just seemed horrifying to me that there was a group of people that could kind of remove everything that makes you human and kind of slowly assimilate you into a purely technological being. It was just incredibly unnerving, and that race as a whole was just awesome in the Star Trek universe, and it made for a lot of great storylines in the Next Generation. Alright gamers, as you know, today was a very special day. We had E3 to look forward to, although Nintendo didn't make it appearance.
Alright, stop! Nope. Sorry, you can't watch that. You can't hear that. It's ridiculous. Who knew Microsoft was actually going to change their position and switch everything out and get rid of all the DRM and all the online checks? Who saw it coming? So, yeah. I guess we're just not going to do that segment now. So you can watch it now like 2,000 times faster if you want. Check it out.
Gonna watch TV? Oh no, I think I'll just play or maybe I'll watch Netflix, or maybe I'll download some apps. I can do everything. All things through... Oh, well, that sounds sacrilege. I can't do that. That's tattooed on my arm.
I can do all things through Xbox.
Through
It gives me
Microsoft.
strength.